Tracking multiple deliveries against a single purchase order can be a real pain point, especially when we start to see a whole lot of invoices coming in. What we need is a system that's able to take in multiple deliveries and then also be able to take in multiple invoices so that when invoices come in to the company, we can clearly see what was on the original PO versus what was delivered versus what we're being charged for. To walk through a simple example of this, we might have a project set up. In that project, we might be tracking, in this case, a couple of houses, and we have a budget set up for one cost type, in this example, concrete, which will work in the same way for an electrical company ordering, say, fuse boards, or if we're a plumbing company setting out a budget for copper. Same concept. What we're going to do is we're going to raise a large purchase order, and that's going to have multiple deliveries against it. So in the first step we'll do is we'll just set up the supplier, we'll allocate it to a project, we'll allocate it against the cost type, and we'll select it as a cost code, or we can break that down further if you wanted to just go into the concrete cost type. And we'll make sure that we're tracking delivery. We can use a catalog to set up costings, and then we can specify how many meters cubed we think we might need of that particular item. We can add that onto the purchase order, and we can send that off to the supplier, and that's going to create the cost against the project. And what we're going to be able to do there is see the cost at a commitment point being added in against the project and against the sum in there at the purchase order point. Now from site, we're going to be able to track our deliveries against that in multiple delivery examples. So for example, if I'm on site, I can then open up my app, open up the phone, and I can start to search for the supplier that's sent the delivery. Just do a quick search here and I'll see the supplier. I can then see the order that it relates to, and I can specify here what have I received today. So if I've received 2 cubes, I can then attach the information against that, and I can approve that from site. So each time I do that, I can attach the documentation to it, such as delivery tickets, such as any images, damaged goods, whatever the case might be. And what we're building up here is we're building up a record, and the record is allowing us to say what's happening on site again each time. If you want to attach the delivery dockets, specify the dates, issues, comments, all that type of stuff can be brought in there. But what we're building here is we're building a simple way that when we open up purchase orders and we want to see now when we get a invoice in, we can always just clearly see what was on the purchase order, what was on the invoice, and what am I being charged for. So down here, I'll be able to open up his. This will give me a delivery log against every single purchase order, and this will give me the item log. And on the item log, I'll be able to see that there was 10 meters cubed of this type of concrete ordered, and we have 7 cubes delivered against it, because on this day we took in 2, and I'll be able to link back through the link and see delivery items, tickets, all that information from there. And on the next day, the 70, we got 5 against that as well. So it's a simple way to see what was on the order, what was delivered in which day, who took it in, everything is a good working condition. And then clearly, and the main benefit is we understand what we're paying for. We're not paying on the blind, and we can simply track invoices against purchase order, against delivery. If you'd like to see how we can sharpen up your delivery management process, please visit livecost.com and feel free to take a free trial or a product tour.